Loving Cancer. Today we'll talk about this people who are considered zodiac sign Cancer. And those who know me, they know that we don't judge people by the astrology sign. We take much more deep research when it comes to studying people, including from astrological point of view. Those who know me and watch my channel, they already aware that we consist of multiple layers, like a cake. Yeah. And we are considered certain sign when the sun was in constellation of that zodiac sign, and that's what we're considered according to astrology. But we are so much deeper than that. There are 9 more planets and a lot more other celestial bodies that affect the way we will be moving through life, the way we'll be interacting with people. Like in home or in family, we're going to be acting completely different from what we could be acting when we are out there in the world or at work. Yeah, because planet that's responsible for our emotional side, for our family life, would be Moon, and it can be completely different than where our sun was at the moment when we were born. That's why people get confused. In order for people to have a more of a right track when it comes to astrology, I'm here for you guys, and I want to introduce you to a new perception. It's not about labeling people. It's not about trying to figure them out and have certain expectation. It's all about knowing how to learn from them, knowing how to apply any principles that are very much developed in one sign and not developed in another. When you want to apply those principles in your life, you will find yourself in a situation of enjoying your life much more. Because this is when a real skill comes into play. When you know how to be different, but you always remain yourself. When it comes to Cancer, this particular sign is very, very emotional. And there is a reason for it, because its ruler is Moon. Moon changes every single night. When we go outside or in the balcony, when we look at the moon, it's never the same. It's always changing shape. Therefore, it always changing its course, and it always changes the cycles. Water signs in general are very, very emotional. They're very, very loving. They're very, very romantic. Water signs are considered Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Scorpio is like a tricky one. It also considered fire signs in some astrology schools, but we'll talk about it in detail later when there's going to be the turn for a video about Scorpios. So when it comes to Cancer, they are definitely the most emotionally unstable ones of all. No offense, Cancers, my dear, if you're watching this, they're not taking criticism too eagerly, but the emotional nature determines their behaviors in relationship as well. Feminine nature is water signs and earth signs, right? So it has more of a clingy nature, and Cancers are the clingiest ones of all. That's why they suffer a lot in relationships. Their desire to nurture other can be at times suffocating, especially if they find themselves in a partnership with people who are of more of a fiery or airy nature. Yeah, it's very often match. Very often I see couples who one is Cancer, other is Aries. It's like they're so different. They're like fire and water, and they can never understand each other and always have a lot of problems. But they have that amazing, unexplainable magnetic pull towards each other, because they are there to learn. They're there to learn different sides of the story, different, like a coin has 2 sides of the story. And it's amazing when you can learn things that are not close to your nature, but you can learn it in another. So people who are ruled by the moon, right? Cancer people, or if your planets, like your gender planets, are in the sign of Cancer, like your Mars or your Venus is in Cancer, you have to remember that thinking logically, it's not their strongest suit. Analyzing everything, it's not their strongest suit. Their behaviors is most of the time based on emotion. And emotion, it changes like this quickly. from 0 to 100 very quickly. Like there's so many jokes and memes on the internet about cancers for a reason, that they are so unpredictable sometimes, almost as unpredictable as Aquarius or Geminis, because their emotional nature is what makes them go through the day and experience all kinds of moods. They can wake up in a really good mood, but something after a conversation with somebody that didn't go the way they expected, they can have completely bad day afterwards, right? So your flex is to learn how to cope and like actually learn how to allow yourself to fully feel what you feel and be okay with that. And that's okay. You don't have to always be happy and, like be all, stable and successful. Sometimes the negative emotions we experience, they're also a fuel that feeds our fire and helps us move forward in life. Sometimes we need those sadness, loneliness, lonely nights, maybe we need to dwell in those emotions that will help us to create something beautiful the next day. And if there is anybody who can really, really love, it's Cancer. Definitely those people can love. They are able to give you all of them without any remainderment. And that's, on the other one hand, it's like, wow, those type of romance movies are and books are written based on Cancer personality, right? On one hand, it's amazing. On the other hand, it's very, very painful for them. Oftentimes, they have that motherly, nurturing energy in them that they wants to come out. Moon is a representation of a motherhood. It's a motherly energy. Whether you're man, woman, it doesn't matter, or you don't want to specify. It's here in America very, common now. You have that motherly energy and you have to give it to somebody, otherwise you're going to go crazy, right? So people with a lot of Cancer in them, like a lot of planets in Cancer, they will be mothering everybody, mothering their friends, mothering their pets, mothering their boyfriends, girlfriends, parents even. And they would be expecting to be parented in return, believe it or not. That Cancers, they also have some kind of a double win-win. They're trying to, they're kind of expecting other people to take care of them as well. And when it doesn't happen, they get disappointed. Cancers are extremely, extremely loyal personality, right? They're extremely devoted to the people they love. And oftentimes they find themselves again in a position where they're disappointed, where that loyalty wasn't matched. And it's always just a matter of time when you meet somebody who can match your loyalty. And it's so much better to stay single until that happens, right? And people who are Cancers, and if you love one, you have to always remember to be as gentle as possible with their heart, with their feelings. You have to start thinking in terms of feelings. If you are a pragmatic Virgo, it might not be easy for you, right? If you are a cold-hearted achiever Capricorn, it's not going to be easy. It's not your language of love. If you are materialistic Taurus, it might be a little bit easier for you because also it has a lot of a lot of loving and feminine energy of Venus that rules Taurus. But nevertheless, depending on where you come from, depending on where you're, what your chart is like, because we all are very different, right? If you are in a situation where you want to understand better somebody who is a Cancer, whether it's your child, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friend, you have to come from a place of unconditional love and care and service. And before you say something, even if you're angry, give yourself some time and do not hurt their feelings, because out of all zodiac signs, they will be the one who will be processing that pain much more intense than anybody else. Even Pisces are not as sensitive like Cancer. Seriously. They're the most sensitive ones. They're the most tender ones. They're like a china, fine china that you don't want to break. And you can break them very easily with a wrong word, with a rudeness, with mismatched loyalty, right? well, it breaks everybody, but Cancer especially. So they are very family-oriented signs. They're very, very good with nurturing everybody around. People who have moon in Cancer are even more typical Cancer than the sun in Cancer, because moon is their ruler. Women like that are extremely attractive, extremely feminine. They have that love of other people. Everybody just loves them. Everybody just feels so comfortable around them. They're always beautiful. They're always a very gentle, sweet, magnetic. They're always amazing. Guys with a lot of Cancerian energies are always good gentlemen. They're very good, like they understand women very well on emotional level. They oftentimes find themselves in the position to be a one girl guy, but they can also have a lot of women around them, because they just know women nature. They can feel it on a deeper level. And not gonna lie, the craziest of all signs. As an astropsychologist, I have to be impartial, right? But when it comes to Cancer, those are one of a kind. Those are for real one of the craziest people I've ever met in my life. Crazy in a way that you can have a very broken template of what a person can be like when you deal with the Cancer, because you will never expect from them to go from 0 to 100 so quick, not even like Geminis, right? They can be very sweet this very second, but literally a few minutes later, they can break the glass of the car you're driving in, for example, or they can break something physically, really, or they can show you their the most unexpected feisty side if you really hurt their feelings, or if you maybe say something wrong or whatever. Nevertheless, they're not easy people to deal with if you're not emotionally stable yourself, first of all, and if you're not empathic. If you like empathy, you won't be able to get along with people who have a lot of Cancer in them. Again, right? We're not talking just zodiac sign Cancer. We talk about situation when the other planets are in Cancer. Yeah, like Moon, like Venus, like Mars, and so on and so forth. So if you're loving Cancer, make sure you're honest with them. Make sure you're able to commit before starting even anything. And make sure your family values are of the same match. And if you want to experience a really profound love, they will be the people to show it to you. Whoever is interested in more detailed analysis on their personality, on compatibility with their partners, I invite you all for one-on-one sessions with me. All the information is going to be attached under the video. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. Love your Cancers.